Hey, Crypto Growth fam, how's it going? This is your host Shazib signing in. We're back with another video, guys. In this video, we will be discussing XDC Network, XDC's global expansion. It's going to be an interesting one, guys, so make sure to watch till the end. And folks, for those of you who are new to the channel, we primarily discuss utility coins and potential gems. If you're interested in any of that stuff, then subscribe the channel and hit the notification icon for regular videos. And you can also support the channel by becoming a Patreon, so do check that out as well, only if you're interested. And folks, keep your assets safe, and for that you guys can check out the Crypto Growth exclusive discount offer on Decent. Decent is convenient, safe and secure. You can check out their biometric wallet, which has got an attractive $50 off, and you can also check out their biometric wallet 2x package, guys, which has got a phenomenal $129 off, only if you follow the link in the description box below. By the way, folks, Decent supports 3000 plus of your favorite coins and tokens, and it supports 50 plus blockchain mainnets. I personally prefer storing the assets in a cold hardware wallet, so do check out Decent, as it also has XDC Network, guys. Anyways, guys, now let's see what's happening with XDC. I found a really good piece for you guys over here, a video over here. This is basically from a Xinfin XDC Network official channel. Look at this. XDC Network's global liquidity expansion with Angus O'Callaghan. So guys, Angus basically discusses how XDC plans to increase liquidity with partnerships, and how its ecosystem is growing with the partnerships with the likes of Securitize, and as well as Anchex, Deutsche Telekom, guys, and SBI Holding, a lot of different stuff, guys. So let's see what he has to say. I wanted to basically share this with you guys. Let's see what Mr. Angus has to say.
So what's absolutely key?
By the way, guys, you have to watch this whole thing yourselves. We are going to be looking at the bits and pieces that I think is interesting. Mr. Angus is basically the
what's absolutely key in terms of
the heads of markets team for XDC. Yeah, let me increase the volume over here. Okay, so yeah.
So what's absolutely key in terms of increasing liquidity as well is our partnerships. So we have Securitize in the US, we have Archax in the UK. We have Deutsche Telekom in Germany. We have SBI Holdings joint venture in Japan.
By the way, guys, sorry I said Anchex, it's Archex, yeah. So let me correct it. Yeah, so.
And I think the key message about those partnerships is that they are highly regulated entities, and that's what we're really pushing for.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the XDC MENA podcast, where we talk about blockchain, technology, innovation, projects, and of course, the XDC network. Joining us today is none other than Angus O'Callaghan, who leads XDC Markets team. Angus, welcome to the podcast. And yes, first question, please tell us about yourself, your background, what do you do, and what interests you to XDC network?
Perfect. Thank you, Rebecca. It's a pleasure to be here. So a bit about my background. We'll go chronologically, shall we?
Sure.
So I studied economics before cutting my teeth on the equity trading floor at Morgan Stanley. I then went into FX at what is now part of the London Stock Exchange Group, before moving back into the equity trading floor at Deutsche Bank. So my crypto world, my digital asset experience, I got into 2015. Crypto was my first venture, but I took the full deep dive into digital assets and Web3 in 2018. Since then, I've never looked back, and it's been quite the ride. I've worked at some of the largest property developers in the world, looking at real estate tokenization. I've worked for multiple exchanges, private equity funds, and now I've got the pleasure of working with XDC. So I had the pleasure of meeting Atul and then the wider team. I was incredibly impressed by their passion and commitment for the project across the board. I was fortunate to meet, the senior leadership team, who I was very impressed by. A lot of who have been involved in the project from the very start, because in Web3, people seem to jump around quite a lot. One thing I have seen at XDC is that everyone seems to have been here pretty much from the start, and when people come in, they don't seem to leave. So that's got to be a good thing.
Wow, what a very great career history that you have, and thank you for sharing how you met Atul and how you got involved to the XDC network. Now, as someone who looks closely on the market trends, right? Blockchain has completely always evolves, right?
Yeah.
So what are the market trends that you think that is most relevant to XDC, and how do you think that will help XDC evolve in the crypto space?
So interestingly, I professionally have been in Web3 since 2018, around the same launch date as XDC Network.
Correct.
So quite interesting that we're about the same age. So I've been focused on tokenization, and so has XDC from the very start. The network itself was built around tokenization.
Guys, so let me just pause it for one thing. We saw Angus say that its foundation was built on tokenization, guys, and tokenization is only now gaining that mainstream attention from the media and these other juggernauts. XDC has been, guys, way ahead of the curve, way ahead of its time, guys, to be honest. Anyways,
real world assets, trade finance, payments, all the stuff that in 2018, 2019 didn't seem to be possible at the time. Fast forward to 2014, that's a whole different game now. Everyone realizes that tokenization is going to be the future of finance. And if we look at the largest asset managers in the world, the largest banks in the world, the largest corporations, they're all very active in blockchain technology, looking at how they can improve their processes, reduce costs, and increase the velocity of their capital.
So yeah, I totally agree with you with the market trend of tokenizing RWA. It has been there, and I think it will not go away. So I think it's worth mentioning XDC Network. Tokenizing RWA is one of its foundational use case. So yes, market trend is just one piece of the puzzle. I think another important part or crucial part is having the liquidity. And liquidity is very important to keep the network growth and stability, wherein it gives confidence, market confidence, and it attracts new investors. So Angus, tell us, what is your plans with the markets team in terms of enhancing XDC Network's liquidity?
Absolutely. Exactly as you say, markets need to be liquid in order to be useful. So the XDC markets team specifically is a team of 3 and experts. So one of the team is a 30-year banking veteran, one is a 20-year lawyer, both very well connected in the Web3 space and also the traditional finance space. So bridging that gap between Web2 and Web3 is absolutely key for XDC. And it's not just, and whilst we're predominantly based in London as the markets team, the XDC network itself is very decentralized. And that's very beneficial to us because we have teams in the US, in Canada, in LATAM, in the UK, in Europe, in the UAE. We have a large presence, as we know, as we're here. Also, we have India, Southeast Asia.
Right. We
have a massive business in Japan and Australia. So it's very key that we have global coverage, and that we are here as a markets team to support and enhance that liquidity on a global basis. So if we look at where XDC is now, we're listed on some of the best exchanges. We're listed on 46 exchanges in total. But exchange listings is only one part of the puzzle. Bringing liquidity, both organic liquidity, but also...
Yes, guys, only exchange listings does not matter. There are a lot of different things that they need to basically resolve before those exchange listings only. And I've seen the XDC team time and again say that that is not the only place where they want to basically find that liquidity that they want, basically.
So making sure that you have a fair and orderly market on the exchanges in which you are listed, so that when your users go to exchange and XDC for fiat or for another digital asset itself, there needs to be a liquid market there. That's why with XDC we're working with the best market makers in the business. That includes Cumberland, that includes GSR, that includes BTC2. So our market makers are absolutely instrumental in making sure that there is liquidity on these exchanges, so that when our clients want to trade XDC, there is a market there for them 24/7.
All right. So yeah, it's a perfect strategy that you have.
Now, guys, let's see this one over here, guys, to basically wrap it up. Expanding XDC's global presence, guys. So, yeah.
Absolute key. What's the next step? So we have an incredible in-house incubation lab, which I have a cohort, which I've been through, is really, really quite impressive. But in addition to that, we're also engaged with some of the best external incubators. So that's Tenity, Foundation, Plug and Play, Launchpool. Absolutely excellent names, and the projects that are coming out of them, the innovation is incredible. And they're all building on XDC. So that's the pipeline. And the more people that build on XDC, the more people that will demand XDC, and that will just drive liquidity across the board. Yeah, so in addition to obviously the exchanges bringing projects on board, at the moment, if we look at the XDC holders, they're predominantly retail actually. And XDC has never actually taken external VC money. It's been organically grown, which is incredible for the size of the project, to have never had external funding from that perspective. But institutional money, especially in 2024 where we are, they are engaged in digital assets in a very, very strong way. So we have a strong internal network, and we will be engaging with these real money. So this is institutional clients, wealth managers, family offices, but also leveraging our partners. So we have Securitize in the US, as I mentioned. We've got Archax, we've got SBI, we've got our market makers. They have some of the best clients in the world. We need to get XDC engaged with them as much as anything. And that's just on the institutional side. But retail is also absolutely pertinent to our success. So this is why we're also engaging with some of the largest retail trading platforms, some of them which have in excess of 30 million users. So we're in negotiations to have XDC listed there, which will be a massive driver of demand for the XDC token. In addition to that, we're also looking at more innovative solutions and ways that it's easier for people to get hold of XDC or exposure to XDC in that way. So not everyone is a crypto native. Not everyone is comfortable holding a wallet or going on a crypto exchange. So we are also looking at exchange traded products. So ETPs and ETFs, exchange traded products and exchange traded funds. These would be listed on traditional exchanges, which anyone could go into their normal retail account, so their Charles Schwab account, for example, and buy an XDC ETP, which would give them the underlying exposure to the XDC token. And that's useful for both retail and both institutional, because some institutional investors at the moment, their risk compliance teams have not got comfortable with holding tokens at the moment. But if they were holding a regulated fund or a regulated listed product, the underlying asset may be XDC, but it's much easier for them to invest in because they're already probably listed on that exchange. They already have the connectivity. Their custodian can hold it in the exact same way that they can with any other of their funds.
Big names that
Yeah, guys, I agree with him because oftentimes, guys, a lot of these institutions, they have no idea. I mean, holding tokens and all of that all of that concept, guys. Even the veteran investors that are that basically know about the stock market, share market, they also do not know what this crypto is, or how to hold tokens in wallets and how to basically exchange them, and all of that infrastructure is too complex. So XDC needs to come and basically provide them innovative solutions so that it makes it easier for them to get exposed to the underlying asset, and it gives use case to XDC and XDC the token as well, and a lot of different stuff. So they need to make sure that happens so that XDC eventually gains that global expansion that they're looking for, guys. Anyways, guys, what do you guys think about XDC's global expansion? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways, guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by becoming a Patreon, so do check that out. Like I always say in the end, until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.